What's going on, guys? Semi-1 Sam of the Views here, back with the top 10 list. I actually just literally thought of, honestly. I thought, what would be a list to do, honestly? And that is, I'm just gonna start my top 10 TV shows I once loved or liked, but literally lost interest down the road. But this kind of happens, honestly. It kind of happens. Like, some TV shows, they really have a weird show that you're like, oh my god, this show is great, but then it starts to decline in terms of quality, whether it be for the writing, the characters, the acting, the story. It happens a lot of shows that you're going way too long, or shows that don't really know where they're going, or you're not sure what they want to do anymore. And that's definitely the case to a lot of shows. And it definitely so much. Like, I really just randomly thought this at the time. That doesn't be much to do, honestly, so I usually hope you guys enjoyed this list. As always, these shows are my personal opinion. Not shows I don't really hate, but those shows that really just like, do I want to watch this anymore? And I would love to let you know what shows did you lost interest in down in the comments down below. So, not beyond the bush, let's get started. The first show I want to talk about, and that is Empire. It really sucks I kind of lost interest in this show. Because I remember used to be in love with this show. If you guys don't know what Empire is, it's a show that was based on Fox, I believe. What's Fox? Yeah, Fox. And it's basically a music show. It's also around hip hop, and it's also kind of introduced me to John B. Henson, who is a fantastic actress. And I get a lot of names of the actors in the show, but a lot of them are pretty good. And I thought it had a very interesting story here. A lot of the characters were compelling and interesting, and had very interesting stories, had good motivations, what they're doing, what they're doing, and the music was, I got how great the music was. Like, just a song, What is Love? And Nothing to Lose, like, it had some good jams. Cheers, honestly, and finally, like, the first two seasons and some of the third season, I was loving it. I think season one's actually the first TV I actually did on this channel, actually. I think it was that or The Odd Couple from NBC. But anyway, so this was one of the shows that I ended up, yeah, and I wasn't enjoying it, but happy for season 3, I just stopped watching. It's probably the only show on the list where I don't even know why I lost interest in the show. I started hearing a lot of stuff that happens late seasons, and I don't know if the show's still on or recently ended on, so like, that's how lost I am with this show. Like if it didn't, please let me know down below. And by the deep I'm talking about the character Jamal, the actor, kind of getting arrested and kind of left the show for a little bit. So he was probably my favorite character on the show, honestly. So I don't know why I lost interest. It's probably the only show on the list that I don't know why I lost interest, but I guess it just didn't really excite me as much to help later that road. Anyways, the second show I will be discussing is The Fairly Odd Parents. It's really paining me to put this show on the list because this show was one of the biggest shows of my childhood. Like, I loved The Fairly Odd Parents. And I even still loved it when the issues get proof on the show, which I know a lot of people think the show climbed after that, but I thought it was still really strong, actually. I thought Proof was actually a good addition to the show, actually. Like, I had so many memories watching a lot of the early episodes and all that, and still had a show that kind of had a formula, and it does try new effective ways with that formula. The show that for a while never felt stale, never felt like it was trying to the ground, and even if it was still hilarious. So, but still a lot of great episodes and lots, and especially old ones which I still watch to this day. Like, this show's iconic and memorable for me. It's unfortunately that after season 9 I pretty much just lost interest altogether. With any interest Sparky, who, looking back on it, was kind of annoying, to be honest. Honestly, it was so bad they ended up leaving out the show with no explanation, and especially in the season 10 where they pretty much just used Chloe. Like, and once someone was like, nope, I'm done with Filling Out Bands, I'm done. I'm done. Like, and in fact, they even changed the theme song, which is, oh my god, you even changed the theme song? Like, I guess they're trying to do something new at least, but really, that's the best you could come up with? Wait, before I get the show didn't even have a finale. I mentioned that they also really started to dumb down the characters. Like, remember how Cosmo used to be really dumb, but he was still lovable and likable? Here, not so much. Like, I don't mind like stupid humor and all that. Like, I really don't. It's just there's stupid humor and then there's too stupid humor, and it's so where it can get rid of notches. And not just Cosmo, but all the other characters as well, honestly. And Timmy's done become more like one that he has pretty much always been. Not much in Chloe. Yeah, Chloe didn't really do it for me, honestly. She's not like as bad as Sparky was, but And I just didn't really do much with her, honestly, and doesn't really have much of a personality. Just imagine again, this is what the trying familiar ground aspect kind of just. Fortunate, and again, the fact that show didn't personality is pretty sad. I love this show. I still put this show. I would still put this show on my best TV shows of all time. I did put on the list. It's what the first few seasons why that show wasn't as high as I wanted it to be. Like, the first 8 seasons are pretty much like the first 8 seasons were be top 20 for me, but the other 2 seasons, yeah. The third show I will be talking about is actually another Nickelodeon show, and that's the mentioned one, and I'm not sure a lot of people are going to be happy about this, and that's Henry Danger. I guess no, Henry Danger is the Nickelodeon sitcom appeared in 2015. I think it just recently, I don't remember what year, but I think it was 2013-14, and it actually did recently ended. And has a new show called Danger Force, where Captain Man, yes, Captain Man, is the best thing to come up with. And his sister Schwada ends up teaching his kid. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, honestly, for this I was actually really enjoying, honestly. I would say it's one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, honestly, far from it. But it's a show that I think, for a while, had a nice charm to it, had likable enough characters. The acting's actually pretty good, actually. Super Moms actually were pretty fun, actually. And I'm more interested in this shows where people have always had their identities and it can cause a lot of conflicts. But then, I think half of season 3, I pretty much lost interest altogether, and I've pretty much been just whatever in the show, like watching randomly. And if I ever do watch a show, it's usually from episodes from the first 2 seasons and maybe a few from the 3rd season. But because of the show, they don't show what they do on these characters. I mean, for a year they try to do something new, but you can tell some of them feel like they're stressed out and retreads and not much interesting, not much a lot of the jokes really just kind of went like great. Like, I mean, just humor's always in the midst of the show, but the more it went on, the more missed it became. I don't think it's like a terrible bad show, honestly, but again, I was enjoying the show for like the first 2 seasons and some of the 3rd season, but after that, no. Now coming in at number 4, we have Ben 10. I'm talking about the franchise as a whole, honestly. Like, in case you guys don't remember what Ben 10 was, is what the Cartoon Network show. The original was Cartoon Network show, like around 2008, where for all those kids mentioned, he gets a thing called the Omnitrix, and which led to him playing 10 aliens, though he would end up getting more aliens down the road. And I thought it was honestly really offensive. Like, I used to love Ben 10 growing up, and looking back on it, I was like, oh yeah, the show's memorable. Again, I'm not sure if I say it's one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. I'm gonna need to look back on it. But I don't know, it just didn't really interest me. I mean, say is that I think it's still a great show. Honestly, it had a lot of good charm, like humor. Actually, had character growth, actual stakes, actual characters. And Ben can be kind of red sometimes. He's still a likable character. And I especially love Grandpa Max. Like, I love Grandpa Max. He's amazing, and a lot of great moments, a lot of great episodes, a lot of great action, and the aliens are unique as hell. Hell, I was even enjoying the franchise around Ben 10 Alien Force, which, looking back on it, I think I remember watching the whole way through. I think it's actually a great show. I think it's when Ultimate Alien occurred was when I started to lose interest. And not that it was bad, but just started to, like, I don't know, and I pretty much ended up skipping the Omniverse altogether. I just went to watch it just in the show, and I barely even saw the bit of Bewitched. But it actually isn't bad as the other reboots they have on Cartoon Network, but it's really not that good either way. So, I hope I can get into the show again, but I'm not sure if I want to anytime soon, to be honest. Next, like I used to really like this show, and maybe I need to look back on it, honestly, but as of right now, eh. Now, at number 5, the fifth show on the list I've lost global interest, and that is another Disney Channel show, and that is the probably first Disney Channel show on this list, and that is Fish Hooks. Okay, guys don't remember Fish Hooks, and in a way, don't blame me, honestly, but this was a show that be around 2010 to 2015. I think also recently appeared on Disney Plus, apparently. So it's been like this show came out, and it's based about these three fish, Milo, Oscar, and B, as they go on wacky adventures and all that, and doing a whole crazy stuff, etc. And I remember, and I was like, oh, I actually like this show, and I was really enjoying it. But again, it's like the more the show went on, the more like I don't want to watch this anymore. And that's really all I can say about it. It's a show I just watched, enjoy. but lost interest later seasons. That's really the best way I can really describe it, shucks. Sorry. Now we get to another Disney Channel show that I'm pretty sure most of you probably haven't heard of, and that is Pair of Kings. Kids don't know what Pair of Kings is based on a show, I think around 2010, 2013, or 2012, I think. Anyway, it's a show that aired for 3 seasons. It's about these 2 characters, Baby Boo and Pope, played by Mitch and Musso, who around the time was known for being Hannah Montana, and Doc Shaw, who was known playing Marcus and Sleep on Deck, and that's actually was why he left that show in the first place. And it's based on these 2 characters finding out they're actually kings of their own island, because their father once had that, and it shows their misadventures of them being kings, and shows that you should know what they were doing with being kings and all that. Like, yeah. Yeah, and honestly, what I would say is one of my favorite Disney shows. I think it's a show that overall I think had a nice charm to it. I'm sure, like the acting was actually pretty good, honestly. The characters actually likable enough, honestly. Like, Baby Boomer, they can be kind of shouty sometimes, but I would say it's not like an annoying way, honestly. And I have shown some depth, and they did show some character between them throughout the series, so I was giving them that at least, which has always been a no problem Disney shows. And it does have a lot of the others, and I want to have a lot of the other Disney Channel trappings, and actually might do a video on that at some point. I'd say for the most part, it's a show I really enjoyed. It's a show I really like. I like all the interactions with the characters, a lot of situations they get into, a lot of the fun shenanigans they get into, and it's a pretty good, very dramatic at some points, and I think it actually really works. And especially like the other characters, Mason, Michaela, and especially Laney, and especially his fish. And I was still, in the first 2 seasons I was really enjoying it. It's really when season 3 is when I kind of lost interest. And that's really because they pretty much just got rid of Mitch and Musso. Like, don't remember what happened to him and I think was arrested or something. I actually don't remember. But his character ended up leaving the show, and his character went back to that so he could be more showing up with Michaela, the character he had made a crush on. And then we had Adam Hicks, who around time was in Stick and Luther. A show that I just need to look back on because I remember how good that show was. But anyway, and his character didn't really do much for me. And I actually like Adam Hicks' actor. Like, I haven't seen much of him, but when his actor was my favorite, Stick and Luther, he was actually a pretty funny guy, and he's actually a pretty good rapper actually too as well. The guy's actually pretty talented. And it's really the writing his character that really didn't bug me. They were trying to make him feel all weird and crazy and stuff. And Monster Season 3 didn't have like any like terrible bad or boring episodes. They had a few good ones. But for the most part, that season just kind of went downhill. And you can just tell they didn't know what to do with the show anymore. And that's probably why it ended 3 seasons in. And thankfully it didn't end up getting worse, but that's unfortunate. A show that was once great, a show that ended up just losing interest in the 3rd season, which is really unfortunate. Now, number 7, we get to the 3rd and last Disney Channel show on this list, and that is Austin and Ally. Man, the first 2 seasons, like the first 2 seasons, of Austin and Ally are pretty much one of the best Disney Channel original show material. Like, they had great characters, great acting, great music, great situations that they actually do feel relatable, and some of the most relatable stuff that Disney Channel ever done. It does have some really fun, hilarious moments, some great supporting characters. Like, there's a lot to honestly really enjoy about the first seasons. But season 3 and 4 just kind of lost me interest, and because of that, I've been always back and forth in Austin and Ally ever since then. Not say the seasons are very bad, but you can know they've got what made their characters so interesting in the first place and so fun to play. Des and Trish pretty much ended up becoming a bit unlikable people and just doing stuff, basically just kind of be selfish people, which in some ways they kind of were in the first seasons, but they at least had a purpose and they at least kind of had character growth. But here, not so much. Such a Des, who ends up becoming a very stupid character, and like I said, there's a difference between stupid and beyond stupid, and stupid to where it's annoying. And even the music kind of took a hit from me, honestly. Like, I'm saying it's having bad songs, like, Tip has some really good songs. I just think I might do a list on the best songs in the show, because a lot of songs actually are pretty great, and definitely some of the best Disney Channel shows I've done. I think I had a couple of them on my best songs of Disney Channel shows. I don't remember if I did, honestly, but it's fortunate this was a show I once loved, and the writing really ended up dipping a lot in the later seasons, in my opinion, and the characters kind of went from the interesting in the first place, and a lot of stuff was just typical Disney Channel stuff, and that's not a good thing. This case is really not a good thing. That's honestly really all I can really say. Now for number 8, we get to a CBS sitcom that is Married with a Plan. Honestly, there are actually a lot of Disney channels, CBS. There are honestly a lot of CBS shows that I really did want to enjoy, but kind of didn't like later on. Like, I could put Young Sheldon on this list, and hell, I could put the Big Theory on this list. But I think I might see that video for another day, so I'm just going to name a plan here. A show that has Matt Blanc, who most probably not playing Joe Friend, returns to limelight. It's a show that actually had a good first season. What is a groundbreaking? It did have a good season, but and even season 2 was actually not that bad. But it's one of the, and like most CBS sitcoms, once the shows, the more goes on, the more I seriously lost interest. The more I see it, just like, That's really lost me really, to be honest. Honestly, like, it's never terrible. It's not one of the worst CBS shows. Honestly, the show has far worse. But Married with a Plan is just, and it just showed that one actually it was good, had good characters. Matt Blunt's great, and while he still is charming as always, the show just ended up becoming just typical sitcom-esque. And it was kind of like the first 3 seasons, but at least had a charm and a sense of identity to it. Later down the road, not so much. That's really all I can really say about it. Now at number 9, we have Family Guy. And this is the pretty obvious one, honestly. Like, if you tell me shows that you want to talk about interest, you have to include Family Guy on this list. And that's what because I used to watch the show so many times. I used to love so many times. I used to watch, like, that's some Oscar episodes, which are some of the funniest stuff you'll see in any movies. I think for me, it was around like season 10, I believe, when the show really started, and really has gone up there. Like, I hardly watch the new seasons anymore because I know how bad it gets, especially hearing some like crazy stuff they do and some like jokes they make. Like that's how much I pretty much just, which is pretty unfortunate because I used to love the show, but now we get to my last show where I once lost interest, and some of my friends don't hate me for this. I don't know if you guys, I know some of you guys are really huge fans of the show and still watch it, and I still kind of do, but my last film does about Riverdale. I know. That's right, I really do, yeah, Riverdale's on this list, and I'm really thinking because I do know people that are really hard diehard fans of the show and do always watch this show. And he really does pay me to put Riverdale on this list. Not that he's honestly bad on this, and not shows that are like bad, just more shows I just lost interest in. And Riverdale is a show I remember like, yeah, I kind of lost interest here, which is honestly pretty unfortunate because I used to love the show. I used to love Riverdale. Hell, like I ended up watching the show. Like I ended up watching the show and then for season 1 finale. I thought, wow, the show's actually fantastic. And it's kind of like a new take on the actual comments, which is something that I'm really, which is a comics I I'm reading and hearing about, but never really was too fond about it. I always knew about the Archie comics and all that, and I thought it was actually an interesting take on the franchise. The acting was great, the characters, almost the most unique and likable, especially with Betty, Veronica, and especially Jughead. I mean, in general, it's great seeing Cole Sprouse do something, at least. You guys know playing Cody and as a critic. It's good seeing him do something. And the guy proves that he actually is a talented actor. Not that he was in the show, but this proves that, man, this guy is really talented. But Hans, I'm not sure what Spurs doing either, but it's great seeing him doing something, at least. That's an thing. And he also had probably one of the best mysteries I've seen TV show in quite some time. Like, it was actually an incredibly compelling mystery. Like, oh, and it was actually pretty interesting. And especially the twist was like, oh, this it's probably one of the best twists I've probably seen in any TV show, honestly. And while season 2 wasn't as good as season 1, definitely had no issues. The show I still had a lot of fun listening to, and I had a lot of fun watching. It was really when season 3 when I started to lose interest, honestly, and I don't think the show's gotten any better for me, honestly. Not that season 3 and 4 were bad, honestly. Honestly, if you wonder why I really haven't reviewed season 3 and 4 on my channel, it's because I'm a bit kind of up and down on it, honestly. I watched like literally every episode. The only thing I know about what happens watching the YouTube channel Alex Myers, who is probably one of the funniest creative people you ever meet, and he's so hilarious. He's like a million subscribers right now. I'm sure most people probably know who he is, but I never mentioned him out. But that's probably how I knew about the stuff, and That's something for a show that I used to love watching. I used to like, oh my god, Riverdale. I'm not type for a new episode of Riverdale, but as the more went on, the more ridiculous it gets. Not ridiculous in a good way, honestly. The more confusing the characters became, and how in some ways it was kind of just a dream from the ground and all that. It's just how some of the characters like, yeah. I mean, I would say how they handled. I did love how they handled the death of Luke Perry here, and especially especially with the death of his dad, who is probably one of the best characters in the show. So I do like how they do that, but other than that, the show just again, it's not bad. Again, any show's like bad when it causes interest. Just Riverdale really wasn't a show, and I just been back and forth on, so it definitely fits in editing this list. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my 10 shows that I've once loved, lost interest in. Again, I wasn't even planning on doing this list, honestly, but I just came to my head, subject I do for you guys. So I'd love to know in the comments down below what are shows that you once loved, but you lost interest in one way or another. I would love to know down in the comment section down below. Below. And I actually do have a lot of shows, so if you want me to do like another list like this, I'd love to know down in the comment section down below. I have a lot more videos coming very soon, so if you love that, I'm very excited to have all the content I have for you guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly, honestly appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, be sure to share and subscribe, be sure to follow on my sites, all the description down below. I'm still more balls, I'm still more the views. I'll see you next time. As always, stay cooler, everybody. Peace.